There was a time when I felt like I was surviving motherhood, constantly running on empty. I was doing everything for my family, but little to nothing for myself. And you know what? It caught up with me. I was tired, frustrated, and felt like I had lost my identity outside of being a mom. If you're feeling the same way, I get it, and I want to share with you today my journey on how I finally started prioritizing myself as a mom and how you can too. One day I found myself completely exhausted after yelling at my kids over something so small, so meaningless. And that's when it hit me. How can I be the mom I want to be if I'm always drained? That's when I knew I had to start making changes in my life, and I had to start prioritizing myself. I started small. What I did is I started with 5 minutes of journaling, and the way I started was by doing 5 minutes of gratitude. And if I'm completely honest, it's still not perfect, but it was a start. And I just want to mention that if you want this to work, if in order for self-care to work, you need to be able to ask for help and you need to be able to delegate some tasks. I know it's not easy for us moms, but my husband made me realize that if I wanted to be able to take care of myself, I needed to let him and the kids help at home. I am so grateful for his help and his support, and I hope that you get that same support and help from your loved ones. So the first thing I had to learn is that self-care isn't selfish, it's survival. How many of us have felt so guilty for taking a little bit of time for ourselves, or for buying ourselves something that we need or we've wanted for a long time? I've been there, and I know I'm not the only one. I used to think that I had to earn rest, that I had to earn anything I needed or wanted. But I realized over time that when I take care of myself as a mom, as a woman, I am in a better mood and I feel better, and I'm able to be more intentional for my family. So it's a win-win situation. So I feel better, and because I feel better, I'm able to give a better time, a quality time to my family. One way to start is by changing the way you speak to yourself. Instead of saying, I don't have time, or that's how it's supposed to be, try saying, I deserve to take or to make a little bit of time for myself so that I can feel better. So I will make the time for me because I deserve it. Self-care doesn't have to be these big elaborated things. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes to breathe, taking a cup of tea or a cup of your favorite hot drink, or simply writing 3 things you're grateful for. That's why I created my 7-day self-care planner filled with small actionable ideas that can easily fit into your busy life. You can grab it for free just by clicking the link down on the description. Here's the truth. If you don't schedule self-care time, it will probably not happen. It would probably never happen. I started treating self-care as an appointment. I know it sounds really silly, but blocking out time for myself made me actually take the time to take care of myself. Blocking even just 10 minutes a day for myself, just to read a book, to drink my tea without rushing, or to simply write down on my journal, has made a huge difference in my life, and I know it can make a huge difference in yours as well. Much more recharged instead of waiting for a big day to happen. So if you do these very small actionable steps each day, you'll be able to feel better than if you only take 1 day of self-care, for example, at a spa. One of the hardest things for me when I started taking time for myself was the guilt. Oh, mom guilt is real. So I used to feel guilty for taking time for myself, and I felt as if I was being selfish. But what I learned by taking care of myself is that it not only benefits me, but it actually benefits my kids and my husband as well. When I am happier and I'm healthier, I am better to show up better for my family. I don't get upset or frustrated as easily as I used to before. And one of the biggest problems that I had was that I used to scream a lot to family. And not because I wanted to, but because I was so trained, I was so overwhelmed that I would snap at the smallest things. But now that I take moments for myself each day, it hasn't happened in a very, very long time. And I know that that's the reason it hasn't happened, that I started prioritizing myself, and because of that I feel much better and I'm able to control my emotions with ease. Here's the thing, not every self-care routine has to look the same, and they don't look the same at all, and that's totally okay. Whether it's journaling, a skincare routine, or just stepping outside for fresh air, find what makes you feel good and do more of it. And if you want more ideas, follow me on Instagram, where I share simple and actionable self-care tips for busy moms just like you. So moms, I want you to know that prioritizing yourself doesn't mean you're neglecting your family. It means taking care of you so you can take better care of them. If you're ready to start prioritizing you, grab my free 7-day self-care planner right down below on the description, and come join me on Instagram so that we can support each other on this journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.